Good morning, Tucson, and welcome to The Connection, brought to you by Corner Connect at Realty Executives and hosted by me, Richie Keith. Today, we're going to bring you a market update. We're going to talk to an escrow officer to find out what she does to facilitate the transaction for you. We're going to look at Sabino Canyon, the Seven Falls Trailhead specifically, and finally, a home tour of one of my team's new listings.
It's a brand new day.
First up, interest rates. It looks like we're going to see a continued downward trend of interest rates in 2024. The Federal Reserve's Raphael Bostic notes that he believes policymakers will cut interest rates in the third quarter of 2023. They're looking at inflation data to determine the timing of this cut. He says, and I quote, "If we continue to see a further accumulation of downside surprises in the data, it's possible for me to get comfortable enough to advocate normalization sooner than the third quarter, but the evidence would need to be convincing." Now, applying that information to southern Arizona, house prices are more or less stabilizing. We're seeing a slight increase in the entire southern Arizona region to about $352,000 per unit sold. In Tucson specifically, that price has decreased to $335,350. This information was pulled directly from the multiple listing services of southern Arizona. Now, if we single out Arizona's mortgage interest rates, we're looking at an average of 7.14% for 30-year fixed and 6.50% for 15-year fixed. The results for you vary on a number of factors, including debt-to-income ratio, credit score, cash on hand, so talk to a lender or you can contact me and I can set you up. All right, guys, now we're gonna sit down with Elisa Lupo and Jen Rhodes from Fidelity National Title. They're gonna talk about how an escrow agent can help you in your transaction to buy or sell real estate. Guys, good morning, Tucson, and welcome to The Connection, brought to you by Corner Connect at Realty Executives. I'm Richie, and I'm here with Elisa from Fidelity National Title. And I just realized how incredibly rude of me, Jen Rhodes as well. She is not a runway model. She is actually working with Elisa at Fidelity. Today, we're gonna answer a few questions about the escrow process. Elisa, real quick, let's do this.
All right.
So, escrow is kind of a nebulous term for a lot of people. Some people don't have any idea what that is. What is it exactly, just high level, that you do for your clients?
So the escrow officer, we are responsible for the combination of culminating all the documents.
Okay.
We are a third disinterested party who has a fiduciary responsibility to make sure the contract is followed, documents are drawn properly, names are correct, and we facilitate the closing, which ultimately ends up in the homeowner owning a new home and the seller receiving proceeds for the sale of their house.
Excellent. What kind of documents, what kind of paperwork do clients need to bring to facilitate the process?
To me, they need to always have a valid government issued ID, as long as it is not expired. Can be passport, driver's license, an ID, state ID. We will take that. They need to bring their funds if they're a buyer. So that information is sent in the form of a cashier's check or a wire. And the seller will always need to have their bank information for proceeds, should they be getting funds out of the sale.
What about things like wire fraud? How do you communicate with clients to ensure that they're safe and that the money goes where they need it to go?
When the contract is open, the most important piece of information that we get from the agents right out of the gate is an email and a phone number for their client. Both buyer and seller will receive secure documentation from us that has information about wire fraud. We do send out information to both parties that indicate who and where they should only be receiving information from through the transaction, and it always should only be your escrow officer. We have a lot of secure processes to have emails and documentations transferred back and forth, and we always encourage a verbal conversation with your escrow officer before anything is actually transferred to ensure that protection.
So they can even call you directly if they have questions.
Absolutely. We all have direct lines right at our desk, and mine is on my business card as well as my email, and I always encourage a direct line to me or anyone on my team.
Whenever you're in doubt, call Elisa. She'll answer your questions. She's very friendly. I think that's something that's really cool that you guys have is the mobile deposit for earnest money.
Yes.
So you don't have to do just wire transfers. You can actually do the mobile deposit. How does that work? Can you give us some
Right,
information?
we send you a link and it's an instruction. It's very easy. You basically take a picture of your check, and just like you would deposit into a personal bank account, you take a picture of that check, which is the earnest money, always made out to Fidelity National Title, the title company, and it immediately goes into our escrow. We get notification, process that into funds, and they go into your file.
Cool. Fast.
Yeah,
simple.
very simple.
All right, so for the closing process, what kind of responsibilities, what kind of documents do clients need at the end?
Ready for closing, I'm the last leg. So by the time your lender has completed their loan application, everything is set and ready to go. Those documents are sent to title. I prepare the closing statement and some of our documents as well that require signatures. You will show up with closing funds unless you're wiring, you will do that automatically. And you can also mobile deposit your closing funds as well. We will accept those that way. Your picture ID is needed for closing, and I provide the pens. So that's it.
And if someone is selling, they're getting money out of it?
Same. So we fund and record on the same day. So I record up till 5 because we do record electronically. We will wire up and approve those wires up till that time. However, the Federal Reserve has a timeline and a stops a point for when they will actually process a wire out. But we do disperse the day we record. So if I'm recorded on Friday at 5, those funds will be ready if you want to pick them up. If not, they probably won't hit a bank account until Monday morning, but we do fund dispersal same day.
Awesome. Anything that clients should be aware of after closing? Final steps for them?
Final steps are you will always receive documentation that you signed from me directly. For example, the deed for a buyer, when they just took ownership, that will come directly from us. We record electronically, so these documents never leave my office. They are all done through a scan. The most important thing to keep in mind though is that after closing, fraud continues to happen, sadly. However, if you have a question, you have 3 resources. Your real estate agent, of course, first, your lender and or your escrow officer. And what to expect would just be that you could be getting a lot of information from retailers out there, but you also want to be careful of fraud. So if anything comes up and you're not sure about, you would always contact one of us to make sure that if you're sending anything anywhere, it is legit and it should be sent out. If not, we'll tell you not to do it to keep you safe.
Beautiful information, Lisa. Thank you for joining us. I hope you guys had some value in this. Anything that you can add, Jen? Is there any information for clients? Is there any packets that you can provide them if they have questions?
Yeah, we actually have buyers and seller guides that really have a lot of information that go through the selling process and the buying process.
So step by step, we can help people out, guide them through. And you can feel free to call Jen, call Lisa, or me, Richie, with Corner Connect at Realty Executives. Guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, look at that. Excellent, you did great.
I don't know, I felt like I was scrubbing through
No,
some,
you
right?
No,
Are you blind?
no, not at all.
Good morning, Tucson. I'm here at Sabino Canyon in the Seven Falls Trailhead. It's actually a rare thing to be able to stand in the river bed because this is usually flowing with water. During the springtime, I'm going to bring you back here so you can see it, but right now, check out how beautiful all of this is. Now, I'm not going to play any music right now, just so you guys can hear how quiet it is. Listen. Sometimes it's nice to be alone with your thoughts and no technology. Sabino Canyon is located at the base of the Santa Catalina Mountains at 5700 North Sabino Canyon Road here in Tucson, Arizona. The recreation area proper has over 30 miles of trails as well as a souvenir shop and 2 emission-free shuttles. Check out the geological structures you can find wandering around. I like to see where the cacti grow through the little cracks and crevices, like this little guy here on the right. Watch out for rattlesnakes and wildlife when you're out here too. Now right now we're in the riverbed. Because of snowmelt that happens farther up north, this usually runs year-round. I'm going to show you a contrasting video that I caught last year, and when it's like this again during the spring, I'm going to bring you guys back up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 3 Placita Casal in Cerrito, Arizona. It's a corner lot on a cul-de-sac with no rear neighbors. 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath with a den or office downstairs, 2,423 square feet on 0.11 acre. Built in 2018. Beautiful place, wide open, tall ceilings, tile throughout on the bottom floor. Take a look. One of the things I really liked about this property is all of the windows and the natural light that they bring. This entire place glows in a good way, not a radioactive way. dual sinks in the guest bathroom upstairs with vinyl plank flooring. Now right out here we've got a huge loft that leads right into the master bedroom. You know, I made a really big effort to find a way to get myself out of the video here, but I couldn't, so hello. Now this shower, it doesn't do it justice in the video. You can fit like 8 people in there if you wanted to. Serving suggestion. So let's head back downstairs real quick. I want to show you the backyard and how beautiful and private it is. And here we are. Beautiful, quiet, private. I could see someone spending a lot of time out here. Actually, I can see you spending a lot of time out here. So if you want to find out how to make this beautiful place your home, give me a call. Richie at Corner Connect with Realty Executives. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.